The business of NASCAR. It's a tough season to be a promoter. Tough season for NASCAR fans. Tough season all the way around. How is the business of NASCAR going? Let's ask Lori Wilkes. She's the woman that helped put together Bruton Smith's entry into the New York Stock Exchange 10 years ago. TRK, stock symbol. How's TRK doing? How's NASCAR doing? How's Lowe's Motor Speedway doing? How are these racetracks doing? How are the promoters doing? Lori's now the boss at Charlotte's Lowe's Motor Speedway. She might be another Humpy Wheeler. Might have a way to go to be another Eddie Gossage. Lori Wilkes, running Lowe's Motor Speedway. How's business?
Okay, Las Vegas was great. Atlanta was a dog. Bristol was great. You got Texas coming up. What's TRK doing?
TRK we are doing well overall. We just recently reported last week, reported our earnings, and the motorsports part of the business is doing well. We saw admissions were good. Corporate sales are even better. Of course, we've had our challenges with Motorsports Authentics and some of our non-core businesses that kind of had disappointing results in 2007. Going into 2008, it's no secret, we're looking at an economy that nobody's seen before. Yesterday, or when J.P. Morgan bought out Bear Stearns, they used federal legislation that was written after the Great Depression that has never been used before.
Good move by the Fed.
And what about the souvenir business? Bruton Smith and the France family took over the souvenir business a few years ago. Tried to merge it. Tried to make things work. Lost a lot of money. Things aren't going so good. And die-cast, $60 to $70 a piece. T-shirts, $25. Big profit margin there. It's not working out. They spent $140 million to buy this industry. They've got some explaining to do.
Souvenir sales.
Yes.
Down. We talked to Bruton about that. That was Bruton does a lot of good things, but we talked to him, was it last year, 2 years ago, when he bought Motorsports Authentics for $140 million. What was the price on that?
Right, it was $140 million, equal 50-50 partnership with International Speedway Corp. And you'll recall, because you're very familiar with the deal, when the deal was made, there was a huge perception in the market that ICA and SMI were bitter rivals. They didn't get along. They didn't work together. So one of the justifications for doing the deal was to get over this hump that we can get along with the International Speedway Corporation. And I think that was a significant, not the only reason, but a significant rationale for the acquisition at the time.
Okay.
The second reason was we've been in the souvenir business. We sell hats and T-shirts. That's what we do. We did not do it quite to the extent that Motorsports Authentics did. So International Speedway sells hats and T-shirts. We sell hats and T-shirts. Let's do a JV, buy this hat and T-shirt company, roll everything together where you do have a one-stop shopping. The whole concept was you walk into Walmart and it's all integrated. You have NASCAR goods, you have Speedway goods, you have drivers, you have everything there. That makes sense. In execution, it's been, I think, more challenging than we had anticipated. The results have obviously been disappointing. And there's been a lot of inventories. Last year, our biggest problem was inventory, and the biggest charge we took was a write-down of inventories. We had too much stuff.
What's the big issue on the souvenir issues? I mean, why did this project not work?
Specifically, I don't know why specifically it didn't work. What we have seen is that it's been the inventory, controlling inventory. The first year we didn't have enough stuff, the stuff we could sell. The second year we had too much.
On the good side, TV ratings are up for NASCAR this year. Things are looking good. Is the sport driven by TV ratings and TV dollars, or the fans in the stands? It's almost like the chicken and the egg. Bruton Smith has always looked for the fans. The France family is banked on TV. Lori says attendance, crowds, fans. That's what drives this sport.
I've been involved in this company since 1995. I've been involved in racing all my life. In 1995, we had, as a Speedway model, we had 50% of our revenues were from admissions. Less than 10% of our revenues were from broadcast and sponsorship. We were admissions-based, and admissions drove the business. The more people you have through the gate, the more hot dogs, hamburgers you sell, the more sponsorship because it's a bigger event, and the more television because, again, it's a bigger event. Admissions drive the business. Fast forward to 2007, 30% of our revenues are from admissions. Now, they're bigger in aggregate, but as far as the composition of revenue, they're smaller. Broadcast is 25%, and sponsorship is 10 to 12% on our prior year's statistics. Are admissions less important? No, never. Admissions continue to drive the business. No matter how good the TV is, no matter how good the sponsorship is, if you don't have people coming through the gate, the model doesn't work. And that's what's so important. And what I see as far as Lowe's Motor Speedway's success, we've got to have people in the gates. We've got to have people in the seats. We've got to get them there.
And that's the report. Lowe's Motor Speedway, Mike Mulhern for the Winston-Salem Journal and JournalNow.com.